Thierry, thank you so much for being with us today. Really appreciate it. The race is on globally to develop vaccines, treatments to fight COVID-19. As I understand it, Debiopharm has a few irons in the fire. Tell me, what are you working on?
8 days ago, ImmuneXpress, one of our company, just received the European approval for a sepsis test. Sepsis, it's a blood infection, and it's, I think, the second largest complication after the coronavirus, if you add it. So this is important. So it will be on the platform of Biocartis, another of our companies. So concerning the treatment, we will start very soon a clinical study with one of our products. We are not the unique, so a lot of new products are tried. So I think we really can bring something new, but what is important is to have a treatment very soon, ours or another. And concerning the monitoring, we work a lot also with our portfolio company. One of our company, Keiku, just signed last weekend an agreement with the Hospital of Geneva. So I just learned that BC Platform signed an agreement with 30 hospitals in Italy. So we try to be very active because I think it's very, very important.
Speaking of which, let's talk about then antibiotics, because this is a sector where Debiopharm is a global leader. Now, just to clarify, antibiotics, they cannot be used to treat the virus COVID-19, but they can be used to treat secondary infections resulting from the virus.
A lot of problems arrive after with the bacteria, because in fact you are in a bad shape. So and very often you are sensibilized to bacterial infection. So this is why I told you that the second large cause of death, unfortunately.
According to the WHO, the antibiotics market is in a critical situation, which you know, with shortages and drug resistance on the rise in incredible numbers. Now, how is the coronavirus pandemic specifically impacting this already critical situation in the antibiotics market?
What we can learn now with this crisis, it's we need to anticipate. And unfortunately, I think we not anticipate enough, and we can imagine what the risk if a big crisis arrives with the bacteria. It can be worse than what we see now, and we have the means to fight against this, specifically with a new class of antibiotics. This is why we start 7 years ago to develop a new class of antibiotics. You know that only 2 classes are developed during the last 20 years. So now we have 3 antibiotics in our portfolio.
And one of those, yes, I was to say, and one of those is
exactly. We have one of the 2. So we are very proud of this, but this is not the problem. But the big problem is why not new development of antibiotics, and why the pharmaceutical industry not invest in this area. It's very simple. If you have a good antibiotics, the best thing is try to sell less, because in fact the best thing it's good antibiotics. It's not you can keep not give too much to the patient, because you have a risk to create a new resistance, and in fact use only at the last stage. So this is not a way to fund antibiotics. Well, we can do that because we are private, but if you are public, it's really not something that you can do, because a shareholder never accept to fund new research, very expensive, and you don't know when you use it, and if you use it, so people say use less than possible. What we need, it's really a new way to fund these kind of products.
Talk to me about this business model. How do you think that we could move forward to really ensure that antibiotics will be continued to be produced in the future?
Yes, what we need, it's really to think differently, because in fact, generally when you have one product, what we expect is to sell more of the products and you win more. So in fact, it's exactly the opposite with antibiotics. So what we need is really more to see antibiotics like a protection. And in fact, it means that you pay for the protection and everybody expects that you never use it. It's like a weapon. It's like your airbag in your car. So in fact, if you pay just when you use your airbag, I'm quite sure that nobody has airbag in this car. So in fact, it's really in this way that we need to see antibiotics.
Why are we not talking more about antibiotics and about this general critical situation?
You know why we don't speak more about the 700,000 people that die each year with the resistance of antibiotics? So of bacteria, excuse me, resistance of bacteria. In fact, it's because probably it don't touch us directly. So I suppose now this virus touches directly, so touch the economy, and probably, of course, we will change our point of view.
How has Debiopharm been impacted as a company, but also on a production level by coronavirus?
Concerning the manufacture and our production, so fortunately for us, we anticipate this. So 3 to 4 weeks ago, we start really to increase our production, and we deliver now to our licensee partner. So goods until to August. Now, what it's quite difficult, it's concerning the development of our products, because we need to follow our clinical study. Of course, it's very difficult in a hospital now to visit the hospital, how you can do that. So how you can discuss with a physician, how you can do a lot of things that we need to know, because we need to receive biologic samples from the patient and so on. So this is very, very difficult, but we work a lot. Fortunately for us, just before the crisis, I think Debiopharm was 25% digital. So in fact, we just turned to 100% digital 3 weeks ago. And so now we live not so efficiently that we expect, but it's work. I hope it will be okay.